to my absolutely massive 5-bedroom, I'm joking, it's a 1-bed flat in East London, come inside. The first thing I want you to notice about my place is it's number 15, and that's really important because number 15 is my lucky number. It's also the date of my birth, yada yada yada, and before I selected this place I actually viewed 4 other number 15s, so it was fate that I was going to be in a number 15. So let's start with my kitchen. I have been in my flat now for going on 7 weeks. Before I moved to Shoreditch, I was in Clapham. I always wanted to live in East London, so I decided to move out and get my own place. Also because as a blogger and a freelancer, I'm working from home, and running a business out of your bedroom is a bitch, so I needed more space. So that was the justification. Searched high and low for the right place, wanted something with a lot of light, a really nice blank canvas, something that felt safe and like close to all the action, and this is it, and I'm really happy with it. So this is the kitchen. So this is like my little cooking section, cookbook section. I absolutely love cooking. I find it really therapeutic. It's a great way to just not be looking at my phone and like switch off for a little bit, and I really enjoy doing my own thing. But when I'm not doing my own thing, my favorite recipes are probably from the Helmsley book. I also love a Jamie Oliver's 30-minute meals. Can't go wrong. It's never 30 minutes though, Jamie. It's always about 45. There you go. Always keep my supplements on top of the microwave to remind myself to take them every single day. Like, look how many I take. Like, it's a bit of a joke, really. It's what's keeping me alive. In here, oh my gosh, I'm really proud of this, is my glass collection. Now, before I moved in, I was like, now that I'm an adult, I really want a set of 6 white wine glasses, set of 6 red wine glasses, which I got from HomeSense, and they're all crystal, and I love them. And then the first dinner party I had, my friends broke 2 of them. Cheers, guys. Love ya. So that prompted me to get shit ones for the people that are really clumsy when they come round. So I have coffee every morning. If I'm in a rush, I'll be using my Louboutin miniature machine, but most days I will just make myself one of these. As you can see, I've just finished this morning coffee. Moving over here, I picked up loads of little bits, like homeware bits when I was moving in. I absolutely love this Le Creuset mint green utensils pot. Also, totally obsessed with this marble, extremely heavy pestle and mortar, which I still haven't used, but one day I will find a use for it. This is a tea set that I picked up in Marrakesh about 7 years ago. I don't often host people and pour mint tea, but I like to think that one day I will, so it's there waiting. And then this is like probably my most favourite piece in my whole kitchen. It's my Rock audio radio. It's a DAB radio. I can link up my Bluetooth. Every morning when I wake up, first thing I do is come in here, switch the kettle on to make my morning coffee, and put BBC Radio 2 on. So yeah, I absolutely love this radio, and I specifically wanted the one with the real wood paneling because it's just so chic. I chose some art for the kitchen. I didn't really know what I wanted. I didn't want your classic, you know, picture of a fruit bowl. No offense if you have one of those in your kitchen. But I just wanted something motivational and bold and quite minimal. So this is a Desenio print. When nothing goes right, go left. And I think that's really important to keep in your head because life is not easy. It's super complicated and shit always goes wrong, especially for me. So I just like to have that there because when nothing goes right, it just reminds me to like think, just go the different way. Like just accept it and walk away from it because sometimes things are out of your control. So yeah. You'll see that I've got a batch of roses here. They're from these people called Grace Flowers, and they're like, they never die. That's all I have to say about that. Before we go, I want you to see the most wanky part of my entire flat, and that is the fact that I have a crazy stash of Fiji water on the fridge. And before you say that is incredibly wasteful, what is wrong with your tap water, I do recycle every single bottle, and it makes me look super cool. So let's move through. Actually, I want to show you this because it's really, really awesome. I've not had a chance to put it up, and when I say I mean my boyfriend. What are you doing? Can you put this up? So it's a vintage coat rack. I think it's from about the 1930s. It's solid brass. It's really, really cute, and I want to have it up for people to put their coats and hats on when they come visit, but... hold that thought. If you just follow me down this incredibly long corridor, into the main part of the house. This is obviously my living room space, and it's my favorite. It was my most favorite place to decorate because it's where I like to host people, entertain, and obviously it's where I do the majority of my work because I work from home most days. So let's start with this. This was actually the last thing I put in my flat, and it is my dining room table. And I really wanted something vintagey retro style, and like made.com has amazing pieces, but they are quite expensive. So if you like the look of this walnut style veneer table, it's from about the 70s and it's in absolutely amazing condition. I found it on eBay and it was £40. £40. It's literally in the best shape. So it's really cool. I just pull it out when I have guests around, and I put a bench that I've got in my bedroom down there, and it can sit comfortably up to 6 people. So I really love this, and hopefully when I move into a bigger place, it will be my kitchen table. But for now, it works well as like a desk and a dining room table. Okay, so this is something I just bought actually from Printworks. It's this really cool Swedish company, and they do loads of like leather goods. And I got a new laptop case, and I chose my initials and I stuck them on. I just thought it would look really cute. It's like nice to keep my laptop in, a little upgrade. This is the most exciting / stressful part of my house, because this rail is basically my stylist rail. It's where when I get sent samples from fashion brands, I hang them up, and it's kind of like a reminder that I need to shoot them still. So it's obviously really exciting because I get sent through some really nice pieces from all these brands that I love, but it's also like a weight hanging over my head, like shoot me, otherwise you'll be in trouble. So yeah, it's like good and bad, I suppose. Not everything I get sent I love, so sometimes it will be on here for a while and I'm just like, what the hell am I gonna do with this? Until I'm like, they've probably forgotten, I'm just gonna give it away. I got sent this the other day and I'm still not entirely sure what to do with it. I mean, it's a really cool idea. Look, it's a velvet lipstick wheel, and you do a spin, and then wherever it lands, that's supposed to be the lipstick I'm wearing today. Okay, what have we got? Number 16, Honey Mood matte finish.
Almost number 15.
Almost number 15. Looks like that. It's really weird as a blogger. You get sent a lot of stuff, and although I have massively upgraded my space from my 1 bedroom in Clapham, there's still not enough space here, which is like jarring me out. Over here, it's on wheels, you see, so I can roll it around like a proper stylist. Over here, we have 2 cupboards. Now, when I was looking for my new flat, cupboard space was so important to me because literally all the product that got sent was climbing my bedroom walls in my last place, and I wanted to be able to shut everything away and like actually not think about it for a little bit, and also it helps me organise. So I'll just show you inside one of them. But this is like about 20% of the stuff I have in my flat for my work. It's kind of organised. Like I organised it at the beginning, and now I'm just kind of just shoving stuff in. But like you've got like, these are tans, there's hair stuff, body oils, then these are all new launches that I've yet to try. I got sent a few eye masks. I don't wear them, but they're too nice to throw out. Oh, the new Benefit mascara, which I've heard is okay, but I've not tried it yet. Cleansing brush, I don't know. It's stuff that I receive and need to talk about at some point, but just haven't had the time to do. Yeah, so it's pretty intense. Like I'm actually, because I've been blogging 3 years now, I'm really cutthroat about what comes into my house. If something comes in, I know from the get-go I'm not interested, or it's not my colour, or I've talked about it recently, or I just generally don't like the brand, I will just put it aside and it goes in a pile that will either go to friends and family or be donated somewhere. Simple as that. So I have to be really, really cutthroat with what I do, otherwise it does get very overwhelming. No, we're not going to look in there. Next up, I'll take you into the main area. This is like the sitting area. There's a few pieces I'm going to talk about that I'm so proud of. For example, this table. Now, I spoke about this table in my moving vlog because I'm really, really proud of it. And I knew one thing for sure when I moved into my own place and I started to buy my own furniture. I wanted a Perspex 1960s brass edged table. Now that's a really specific thing to say, but I just knew I wanted one, and ideally I wanted a big one, but I actually saw this one at Ardingly Antiques Fair a few months ago and I was just like, I need it. And it's not just any brass and Perspex 1960s table, it's a Pierre Vandel Paris version, and it is just beautiful. It's one of those pieces that I know will stay with me in my life for the rest of my life in every home I have from here on out. It's just, I love it. And then I have a coffee table book. This is my Helmut Newton book. My boyfriend actually got me this for Christmas. I absolutely love it. I love that you can like display it as well. It's got a little perspex stand, because the table's glass, you can always see the imagery. So sometimes I'll just choose a page, like how am I feeling? For example, today I'm feeling like this. I picked up that little guy from IKEA. This is also an IKEA lamp, which I just thought like went well with the brass table. So my art wall, if you could call it that. This was actually probably the last thing I did here, because I really didn't know what I wanted on my walls. But then I actually realised over the years I've collected so many pieces here and there, so I just basically framed all my favourite bits and just made a little collage. This main print here is from Desenio again. They do such affordable prints. There's loads of this like typography, inspiring quotes, photography, some artwork. I really like this one because I think it's called Faces or something, but it reminds me of the blind drawings I used to do at school in art class. So just pencil really fine blind drawings of the human form. So I really like that. This insect taxidermy scenario I actually made. There's an amazing taxidermy museum in the heart of Paris, and about 5 years ago when I went for my birthday, I made this. So I picked out the butterfly and the beetles myself, and like the lady pinned them all for me. So that was a really lovely memory of Paris. So this one I picked up after I went to the David Hockney exhibition with my mum last year, A Bigger Splash, and it was painted originally in 1967. This is one of my favourite artists, and my nan actually had this painting in her house, so when I saw the print I just got one because I love it so much. It reminds me of her, and I really like that sort of mid-century modern vibe as well. So this is a Guy Bourdin print. He was a famous fashion photographer in the 80s. He's known for like really colourful makeup looks and women with big hair and like glossy lips and quite sexualised portraits sometimes. He did a series of portraits with models' legs. They're famous, but I really like this picture, and although I did dither about putting it in my living room because it's a little bit explicit, I thought, fuck it, this is my house, I'm gonna do what I want. Okay. Alright. My fabulous sofa! This was, okay, other than the fact that I got a perspex and brass table from the 60s, I knew that I wanted a velvet sofa, and at first I thought I was going to go for something that was a little bit more neutral, maybe this colour, but then I saw this one and I was like orange. Like, I've never worn the colour orange in my life, ever, but I saw this and I was like, I need this for my flat. Like, it's absolutely amazing. I think it's a beautiful colour. The made.com sofas are really well made. They feel lovely. It just looks so smart, and it also has that like 70s slightly glam retro vibe that I really love. Just love that sort of style. So yeah, I really like this. This cushion I thought was really cool. I wanted something that was kind of would tie in with the colours, but I didn't really know. But I found this one in H&M Home, which is an amazing place. I've got a few bits from H&M Home in here. So a few other things I've got for my coffee table. This is my Friends and Things photo album. It's a coffee table photo album, and again that's from the Swedish Printworks brand that I told you about earlier, and it's just like blank pages, but I've taken so many Polaroids over the years. I'm gonna just take some time one day and just stick them all in there, and I think it'll be a good place to like keep them and just like look back on them sometimes. So the rug here, an amazing find. I was in Brighton one day walking through the lanes, and I knew that I wanted a Berber rug, and this one was just hanging from a shop, blowing in the wind, and I was like, I want that rug. I don't care how much it costs, I want that rug. Obviously I do care how much it costs, but I asked and he said £500, and I was like, okay. Did some sneaky like eBay checking. They were going for like 400. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna have to barter with this guy. Managed to get him down to £330, which is really good because, you know, they do sell for over 500 in the stores new, and they were going for like 400 on eBay, and I'm really, really pleased with it. It's like a really nice neutral design with a black pattern. Also, a really weird thing about Moroccan Berber rugs is they only have the tassels on one end. And at first we thought it was like a default, a defect of the rug, but actually it's just the way they weave them, and then they just tile them all the bits up at the end. So yeah, really happy with that. Another piece I got, but this is actually something I picked up in Morocco when I was there a few years ago. This is my gold puff, and it's filled with like about 27 old coats. I have no idea what's in there anymore, but every so often I just open up and stuff a few more things in because it keeps deflating. I'm not even sure how it happens. I think it needs another padding. Whatever. Love that, and it kind of ties in with the like brassy gold bits that I've got all over the place. Wanted an armchair, but because the room was quickly getting filled with furniture, as you can see, I decided on more of a cocktail chair. This again was a HomeSense purchase. It's like a grey, very neutral velvet, and then brass legs. I also really like this feature on the back here. It's like a little handle. I don't even know what you'd use that for. Cute. And then this blanket was handmade for me from Pom Pom. It's an Instagram shop, and I've just really loved her blankets for ages. Nobody really sits on this chair, it just kind of looks good, like me. Every house needs a bar. I think at the end of a hard day, I like nothing more than to put my feet up on my copper mirror table and pour myself a drink. This is actually the first piece of furniture I ever owned as like an adult. I picked this up, someone was having a house clearance, and I went down because I saw this on Gumtree and I just loved it. It's a 1930s Bakelite table. It's not necessarily a bar trolley, but it has wheels, so that's what we're calling it, and it's got a shit ton of alcohol on it as well, so yeah. But yeah, I've got like all my spirits down here, a cocktail shaker, there's no gin on there, and I usually have gin on the go because my favourite drink is a gin and tonic. But I'm really into making margaritas right now. Pretty much nailed it. This is just a really simple candelabra from H&M Home, and this was a press gift, but it's kind of ended up being a place where I just chuck my keys when I come in. Television. I wasn't gonna get a television, and then I did, and I'm kind of glad I did, because sometimes when I work on my own I like the background noise, so I'll just stick on like some Netflix, have it in the background. I don't watch a load of TV, but I like having the option there. This is another eBay purchase, so I really like the fact that not everything in my flat is new or expensive either. This was only £90. And it's a mid-century modern G-plan side table. I absolutely love the legs. And when I got it, I was thinking about upscaling the handles to these, which I picked up. And I actually ran an Instagram poll. In fact, Kat, you told me on the Instagram poll I should change the handles. But most people said keep them as they are. So I decided to go with the majority, and also it means one less job for me. So these are filled to the brim with categorised, brand new beauty products that I've been sent for review or consideration, much like the cupboard I showed you over there. I actually just got this really cool retro label maker, and I'm going to label all of them. So I did one just before you turned up, and it says eyeshadow and mascara. Literally all the palettes, Palette Dreams, mascaras, let's go down one. Lipstick launches, all the highlight and blusher. Serum heaven, yeah. Base products, primers. I mean, that's just cleansers. That's more cleansers. Face masks! I love face masks. I especially love sheet masks. I'm absolutely addicted to them. I do them like twice a week. More masks, but more of the topical kind that you apply with a brush. And then like drawers full of shit, basically, because everybody has a few drawers full of shit. Let's be honest. There's me and my mum and my sister Jessica, aka the layover life. That's us in Edinburgh one summer in the 90s. I look particularly evil in this picture, but I found looking back on pictures of me as a child, I looked evil in most pictures. There's actually a really nice story that goes with this half-dead rose bush. For Valentine's Day, my boyfriend bought me a rose bush, and that was such a sweet idea. But in reality, I don't have the first clue about gardening or how to keep a plant alive unless it's a cactus, and I can ignore it for half of the year. So he bought me this rose bush, and in all my enthusiasm to keep it alive, I overwatered it and ended up killing it. So it turns out you should only water these things once every 10 days and keep them near the window. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been nursing it back to health, and you will see, even though it looks ugly as shit right now, it is in fact coming back to life. So one day we shall bloom again. I picked this up at Ardingly Antiques Fair. There was basically a table with about 500 of them on, and they were £3 each. And you know what's also really interesting about this? If I just turn it around, the jaw of the animal's skull is in the back. How weird. Uh-oh. Fuck's sake. And now to the bedroom, the boudoir. So this is my bedroom. It's not too dissimilar to the one I had back in my old place, but I did do a few little upgrades to make it feel more new. Let's start with the bed. I got this at IKEA. I wanted a really comfortable bed, and beds are expensive. This is what I found out when I moved to my own place. So I went to IKEA, and they've got some really good quality ones that don't cost the earth. So it's a king size from IKEA. These sheets are linen, and they are millennial pink, and they're from Habitat, and I love them. I alternate between these and like a really just basic white pair from Next online. My fluffy cushions, I've had these for quite a few years and I love them. And then just again, the pillows are from IKEA. I thought long and hard about what artwork I would put above my bed. Everybody knows the Namaste in bed staying, and this is a Decennial print once again, frame as well, just so easy. And I really didn't want to be that girl, that basic bitch, but I'm that basic bitch, and Namaste in bed. So I've got the pet print and I love it, and I think it works really well. Like I said before, there's no overhead lighting in my flat, so I had to get wall lighting, and the thing that was here was fugly. So we took it off and we replaced it, and as you can see, there's like a gaping hole. That matches, that's brand new, and that matches this made.com Austin light. And by the way guys, I will link everything that's still currently available to buy in the description box below if you did want to have a look at stuff. But I actually bought this years ago, but it's still a line of lights that they do in at made.com. They've also got them in gold, I think. And I just wanted a matching, so I picked up the new one. This is my side table. I always keep the same things on there. I have a book normally, but I just stayed away last night, so it's in my overnight bag. But I have finally, after having this for 3 years, started it. Filling in all my hopes and dreams. So yeah, not sure how long that will last. But this is a little Anthropology Aries jewellery thing, so if I get into bed I've still got some shit on my face, I'll just plonk it there. Always got some lip balm on the bedside table, along with a hand cream. And my Sleep Plus pillow spray by This Works. I love this stuff, I always have it by my bed. And then I've just got a really cute little Polaroid frame. I picked this up in Urban Outfitters, it's like £9 I think. So on my guest's side of the room, I have the same Habitat bedside table, and I have a eucalyptus plant. Or aloe vera, I'm not actually sure. But my sister bought me this as a housewarming, and Tom always complains that he wakes up and it's almost poking his eye out, which I think is really funny. So I've not moved it. And then I've got this rather amazing marble hand from Urban Outfitters. This I have had going on 10 years. It's a Buddha candle. I cannot bring myself to light it. And then some books that I'm reading / displaying. And then some more insect taxidermy. I'm kind of obsessed with this stuff. And then this is a skull made of volcanic rock from Mount Vesuvius when I went there with my family in 2009. So this is another like favourite section of my place. I've had this for about 4 years. It's basically an upscaled printing press. I love jewellery. I'm such a jewellery fan. I always have earrings and rings on, and it's just a really great way to see everything that I own, and so I can remember to wear it all. Otherwise, if it's in boxes, I just forget about it. So I just have all my bits laid out right here. Yeah, I just think it's a really innovative way of displaying my jewels. I get bad beauty blogger points right now because you should not store your perfumes by the window in direct sunlight. But I just think they look really cool here. So I haven't found a home for them yet. Maybe one day I'll put them in the dark, but until that day comes, they are sitting here. I am obsessed with perfume, as you can see. These are all my favourites, and these are the ones that have come through and I've like sort of decided to add to the forever collection. I've got a lot of Diptyque. Got a few Jo Malone. I'm really funny about the Jo Malones. I hate all the really sweet ones. They have to be quite like sexy and earthy. So my favourite is the Myrrh and Tonka bean. Really love that one. Classic Coco Chanel Mademoiselle. I love that one. Also for a more nighttimey vibe, the Coco Noir. New Look had a really cool event when we could go down and work with a perfume nose to actually create our own scent. And every time I smell it, I'm like, I did good. I love it. So do you want to smell? This is my dressing table. I spend at least 5 to 10 minutes here every single day. It's where all of my makeup is that I'm currently using or testing, or just like stuff I love and use forever. I have so many lipsticks, but the ones that you see right here are the ones that I actually use. As you can see, there's a lot of Charlotte Tilbury. I love the Kat Von D lipsticks, and I'm also obsessed with the Hourglass Stilo lipsticks as well. My brush collection is here, and they're in old diptyque candle holders because, let's face it, they're just too nice to throw away. And then I have bodies. This is like primers, my foundations in use, my highlighters that I use. This is blushes and bronzers. This is all eye stuff. This is my sunglasses collection. Yada yada yada. So let's talk about this bench. This, again, thanks, my ex-boyfriend made for me, and you know, we may not be together anymore, but I still have very fond memories of our time together, and he used to work with wood, and he made me this from like scratch, by hand. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. And then I stained it afterwards. And it's just a really nice solid bench. There's a lot of flaws in it as well, which I love because wood is flawed. It's not supposed to be perfect. And then when I moved into this new place, my new boyfriend dropped it quite a few times. Now, I'm not sure if that was deliberate, but it's now got quite a few scratches in it, which is a bit of a shame. Closet! When I lived at my old place, I had like the tiniest wardrobe in the world, which was completely impossible given the fact that I shoot clothes on a regular basis for my job. So I now have a real closet. Let me show you. Ta-da! Ta-da! These are all my clothes. I actually had a massive clear out the other day in time for all the spring stuff that I want to get. So I only kept stuff that I really like, or like expensive stuff like this Stella McCartney jumpsuit that I've only ever worn once. You shot me in this, Kat. Do you remember? This is a Diane von Furstenberg, whoopsies, jumpsuit, which I love. There will be a day when I wear this. I haven't worn it yet, but I think I'm just waiting for that invite to that 1970s party, and I'll crack this out. For my birthday last year, I bought myself this really beautiful Ganni, like floral lace dress. It's got a plunging neckline and it's quite sheer here. It's just beautiful. It reminds me of like a Dolce & Gabbana advert or something like Italian. So those are stuff that I will never throw away because I have really nice memories of that, and they were quite expensive. But then yeah, most of my fashion is quite disposable. Some boots up here. My handbag collection, I've got a few designer pieces. I really like Chloe a lot. I got this JW Anderson Pierce bag. It's the medium one in brown. I got that from Farfetch, I think. Absolutely love this. Still think there's a lot of use in that. I like the little La Furla bags as well. Over here I have my Louis Vuitton. This is my most used designer bag ever. Last time I went to Paris, I picked up a Celine bag. That was kind of like a treat to myself for having a really good year last year. So this is my bathroom. It's not glam, but it's essential because I'm a human. So I didn't actually do much to the bathroom. Like, it's pretty functional, it's clean, it's decent. I did actually buy this mirror from IKEA. I do love it because the backlighting on the mirror is amazing for doing makeup. So I'm really pleased that I bought this and put that in. I've also got my extra close-up mirror for doing extractions. And then over here, now this is something I've wanted my entire life. It's a medicine cabinet, and I wanted to be able to put all my skincare that I love to use in it so I could see everything every time I went to do my face at night, because I don't know half of the stuff I have. So here we go. This is my cabinet. It's actually a little bit more empty than usual because I've been clearing a few things out that I've tested and I need to just get rid of. But I've kind of semi-organised it. Cleansers and makeup removers, waters and infusions and concentrates here. We've got exfoliation here, acids followed by serums, primers, day creams, night creams, eye creams, cotton buds, pseudocreme, all the essentials. I really love this part of my day when I come and I just do my skincare routine and just sort of like wash away the day. It's just very therapeutic for me. Namaste. So that is my flat, a little bit of an insight into where I live, how I've decorated it, where I got all my pieces from, my furniture. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll link everything I can below in the description box if you want to have a little look. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. But yeah, that's it. And I think you might have overstayed your welcome, so goodbye.
Bye!